how does change management work and how can you optimize it? Today I will get help from my business expert and my developer to show you how change management work and how it can be improved. So my name is Daniel Groves and I've worked with SAP integration for 15 years. And in this period of time I've seen the change management requirement going up, and so does the complexity about how do we actually deliver on this. So let's just take the normal way of doing change management. So we have our business expert. He will write a request for something. It can be a ticket, a service request, or whatever, depending on the methodology or system you're using. He will write it in your system and he will press submit, and then it will be routed in some way, and at some point in time it will actually hit the right developer and he can read the ticket. And he'll see, this is really simple. I just need to change these few things in this, and then we're good to go. And then the fun thing starts. Then we need to document what was changed in a way that makes it possible for other users to see what was going on. So when we're doing Java development, we are using a Git system and Jira. So that means we will create a Jira ticket, just like you're doing here. The developers will create Java code and commit it and link it to the ticket. That means I got a two-way connection from the ticket to the code, and I can go from the code to find the specific ticket that required us to change this line of code. That's really powerful. That's what's change management about, because then no one would actually be able to do any changes without it links to the right ticket. Obviously, global companies as using SAP has a different way of handling change management. You can either just use your Jira or whatever service now to document all the things in, and the developer would just write in the ticket, I've changed this message mapping and I've changed this. In sometimes I've also seen that they have created elaborate Word documents, and I've really the vast majority of these is just copy paste that is not really adding any value, and you would still have the problem of going from the code to finding the tickets where this was changed in. So that's really what you want to achieve, the two-way linking of changes. Or you are creating a specific system that actually involves the processes and components that you have in your business that makes sense. For us, it's our Java application. For you, I hope it's SAP PI, because then we have really a solution that makes this process simple. But if you're using other tools, then you need to have something in place that actually enable you to automate this, because writing a document really doesn't work anymore. It's obviously it works, but it's really difficult to actually find anything that you put into your system. This was what was changed for this reason. So that's why you need this two-way linking. And yeah, you can either create it in elaborate ways, and I may be able to admit that at some point in time, at some of my clients, I have been lagging a little about some of these requirements to do documentation, because the business owner said, hey, we want this yesterday. You probably relate, or something else. And that means that there may be gaps in that kind of documentation, and that means it's really useless. So you need to look at the code and figure out what was actually there, and then you can do your changes based on that. If you're using PI, CPI, API management, then we have created a tool that actually allows you to do this two-way linking from ticket to the specific modification in the message mapping, data type, and iFlow. All these components is linked with our tool, making this a lot easier to actually do for you and your developers, and handling the process much more simple, because I don't know how many developers like crafting documents. Obviously you can push them and say create all that documentation, but maybe it's better to let them focus on what they're good at, creating integration developments, and automate as much as you can in the process. If you want to check out our tool on our idea about how you can automate the CPI integration, then go to figaf.com/IoT. Then the business owner would be happy because the changes will take much less time, so he can create a lot more tickets for the developer to fix in the same period of time, and the developer will actually do development and not just filling in papers all the time. So go try it out, figaf.com/IRT. Thank you.